Hey everybody, welcome to Garage Works, my video log on the rebuild of my 1974 Datsun 260Z. Today I'm going to be tackling the hatch area's sound deadening. I'm going to be getting all of that out. I'm also going to be crawling underneath the car and taking a look at a couple suspect areas of rust that I want to have a better look at to see what might need to be done when I get to that point of the build. So let's get at it and take a look. Thanks. So the entire floor of the Datsun is covered in a sound deadening material. It's, from the looks of it, it's almost like a tar. It's really hard to get off. So in order to make short work of it, we are going to attack it with the air hammer. So let's go and see how she does. And the reason why we're doing this is I want to get underneath this. I want to see what the metal's like. If there's any repairs that need to be done, which I can see over here, I'll have some. You want to take care of that before you lay down any paint, any primer paint, fix up everything. And then once we're done, we'll lay down something like a Dynamat sound deadening. We'll do the whole car once, of course, we get the floors done. Lucky for me, the floors up front are non-existent, so I don't have to deal with taking it off. I guess silver lining and all that. Anyway, let's keep going. Also, too, doing this, it's the colder it is actually, which it's actually getting cold out nowadays, the better this stuff will come off because it'll come off in hard chunks that just break. So you keep going with this guy, and I'll just have to get her all done. When you're doing this, you don't want to come straight down because what you'll do is you'll just mar the metal. You want at least amount of scratches, even though it's going to be all covered. You still don't want to trash the work area. Come at it on an angle, pick up the pieces with the hammer. Also, you can see along the seams, they of course used a seam sealer from the factory. Again, I want to take that off. I want to see what's underneath. You can see I did a bit right here, then I stopped here. I just want to show you again with the air hammer. Again, don't force it too much, but you can get underneath the seam sealer. You can kind of push it towards the center, and then come down from the top. And there you go. Seam sealer's gone. See a tiny bit of rust there. Now I do have some issue right there, of course. You can see right in the corner, I've got a lot of rust there. So I'm going to take off all the sound deadening from the top, all the seam sealer from around here, and then I'm also going to come at it from the bottom and take off the undercoating in this area to see how bad this is. It's going to need to be cut out and replaced, but we'll take care of that later. Right now I just want to get rid of all this so we can keep going, keep chipping away. Okay, and this is what we're looking like now. So yeah, it doesn't look too pretty right now, but at least I can see what was underneath that. And lucky for me, you know, outside of the wheel well, that's or the spare tire well, we all know those are always gone. Right there. So that's my main concern. I'm going to get underneath and chip away at the undercoating as well, just to see how bad it is from top and bottom. And eventually I'll cut that out and I'll weld in a new plate and seal it up with Pour 15 or some form of rust encapsulator if I can't get it all out. You always want to try to cut out as much as you can, but she's looking good throughout. No other big holes. I'll just clean that up, and then when it's time, give it all a rough sand, prime, and she'll be painted, of course, in and out, all in one go. Well, two goes, interior then exterior. Hey y'all, so I'm actually under the car. I decided I wanted to take a look at here. This is where the hole was when we were taking off the sound deadening. Right here, this whole section here is the main support for the rear end. So for the most part it looks good, and it folds up here. So from the looks of it, it's just the trunk area that is rusted. And I just want to knock away some of the undercoating further down the line here, just so I can see if it's strong enough to withstand the impact, and if not, then it gets replaced, as well as see what it looks like underneath for rust. So I'm just going to go at it. And I went right through it. So right there, all that will need to get replaced. That, not too bad. Yeah, so not too bad. It'll need to be sandblasted. All this right here that you're seeing, this is all the support for the bumper piston, for the 5 mile-an-hour bumper. I'm not keeping that, so that'll all come off. It'll all get grinded down, cleaned up, and then undercoated. I want to keep going up here because I do see some rust. Eventually, I of course am going to take off all of this, but I'm just curious about the areas that are rusted through. You know, I like to, when I go to bed at night, I like to think, okay, how do I attack this? And if I know what I'm attacking, I'll formulate a better plan. So that's pretty strong up there. Went through a bit, still in the same area. Okay, so I've got about a 6-inch area on the trunk that I will have to cut out and replace. The support, there's a lip that goes all the way around on the support. See if I can bring you closer to show you. Hopefully you can see that. But right here is a lip that goes around. It's still strong, really good shape. It's just the actual floor of the trunk that has rusted through right here. So I'll probably cut it right down to the corner on top and under here. Right there, cut it along here and cut it over, and then just replace that whole piece. I'll bend an L-shaped lip into it so that I can mount it up against this piece. And then weld it all in, and then that section can be all sanded down, get rid of all this surface rust. You see it's just nothing through, just surface. Again, this piece is shot, it's gone anyway. Over here there is some issues. I got to look deeper into this. I don't know if this was a piece put on top by the previous owner, but most likely I'll cut that out and I'll weld in a whole new section. Again, all this is just the undercoating coming off. So wherever it's sound metal, I'll leave it. And wherever it's rusted out, of course, we got to replace it. Because, you know, do the job, the correct time the first time, and hopefully we won't have to worry about it for many years. Well, that's it for today. We got all the rear end done, all that sound deadening out. We got a good look at the underneath. There are a couple areas that do need a lot of work. So my next video, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go. Probably get the front end broken down. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.